Let me tell you a story. There was a gentleman that stole a ring from someone very close to them. Stole a ring. This ring was worth $1,300, but he stole it and pawned it for $150. Now this man didn't know the worth of this ring, and I don't want you to go around and sell someone for less than their worth. And I don't want you to let anyone sell you for less than your worth. You're worth more than diamonds or rubies. So if you're worth so much money and you let people sell you for less, then you don't know your worth. Today I want to tell you how to know your worth and why you should know your worth. Okay, I want to start off with basically 4 points. One is, don't let anyone sell you for less. And how do you know they're selling you for less? Is that they don't appreciate you for who you are. Maybe they don't text you back. Maybe they don't call you back. Or maybe they don't give you things, the person in your relationship, they don't give you things that you should have, like flowers, or maybe they just don't buy you anything for your birthday or your anniversary or the special day. Maybe it's Valentine's Day or whatever. They should be able to at least give you a gas station flower. I know no one likes a gas station flower, but at least they should be able to give you a $2 flower just to show that they love you or that you're worth it. The worth the time of thinking about to go buy you a card or something like that. And basically, you shouldn't settle for less. You shouldn't settle for less. If you have an apartment or a house and you have a car and you have a job, you shouldn't be settling for someone that doesn't want to work or doesn't have a car or doesn't want to drive and doesn't want to work for a job. They don't want to work to get a job. They don't want to go to school. They don't want to strive for something more. They don't want to work out with you. They don't want to do anything. Basically, they just want to sit around and text and talk to you all day. Only people with nothing in their life or nothing valuable in their life can sit around and text and talk all day. Of course, when you're on your weekend off or you're off on your day off from your job, yeah, you can text and talk. That's fine. But the person that should be in your life may be that person that doesn't have time to text you back immediately because they're working or they're going to school, but they text you when they can, when they're available. They text you and talk to you when they have the time. And when you do text them, if they have the time available, they'll call and text you or call or text you and say, hey, you know what, I'm busy right now, but when I get the time, I'm going to spend some time with you. I'm going to set up some time to talk and text with you. You're that important to me. So don't settle for less. Don't settle for someone that just looks cute, because you're getting a situation where that person, maybe they smoke weed or drink alcohol, or they don't spend time with God, don't know God, and when they get with you, maybe they will be abusive because they don't know their worth. You want to be with someone that knows their worth, so don't settle for less. And that leads me to my second point. You want to be with someone that knows God the way you know God. I don't know what your religion is, so I won't get into religion, but we all know our Creator, so we can all agree that we need to have some relationship with God. And if that person can't talk about anything but making love and things like that, then that may not be the person for you. You want someone that has a relationship with God. They should be able to tell you maybe their favorite Bible verse. You want to get in and ask them some questions, some actual specific questions about the Bible, so you'll know that they actually go to church and they actually listen, they actually read their Bible. You want to ask them some gospel songs, see what gospel songs they like, and make sure that they have a couple gospel songs that they actually like to listen to, because they have a relationship with God and they listen to God. They spent time with God and they're ready to be with you. I have a poem called Not Man's Toy, and it kind of goes into that. After I've spent enough time with God, then I'm ready to be in a relationship. Then I'm ready to spend my time in life with someone, because you're going to settle for less if you don't spend time with God yourself and don't know who you are and you don't know your worth. So basically, you have to know God to know your worth. You're made in His image, so you are worth fighting for. You're worth living for. You're worth it to God. You're worth it to your mate, the person that you're going to spend most of your time with and make decisions with. That person has to be aligned with God, and you can't settle for less, because basically they're going to be making decisions with you. So if they make a bad decision, that's going to affect your life. That's going to affect what job you have. That's going to affect where you live. That's going to affect what car you drive, because you're making choices together. It's going to affect your kids and how much time you spend with your kids and where your kids live and where they go to school, because they're making decisions with you. So make sure you've got someone that is going to make good decisions. They can make a sound decision. Maybe they didn't go to college, but they read a lot. And if you have a degree, maybe you want someone that has a degree as well. But if they don't have a degree, just make sure that they're a person that reads and they watch self-improvement videos maybe, or that they have good health, or they can cook a good healthy meal as well when you're sick and you're down and out. So don't settle for less. Number 2, make sure that you have God in your life and the person that you're with has God in your life. Third thing is, make sure you have a good attitude. Be positive. Hang around people that are positive, because sometimes if you don't have a degree, or maybe you don't have the job that you dreamed of yet, but you have a good attitude, you're positive, and you're staying positive, and the person that you're with is positive, the people you hang around with are positive, then you're in a good situation. Okay? So then your worth is above rubies. I mean, you don't just have to have a degree, but you have something to talk about. You've researched things. You've looked online. You've done self-improvement videos. You're listening to Les Brown. You're listening to Kalani. You're listening to, I'm also known as Lonnie Haddon, but I chose to go with my God-given name, which is Kalani. So you'll see my videos are now Kalani, but you want to listen to Joyce Myers, T.D. Jakes. These are people that can do self-improvement videos that you might that might help you improve your relationship with God, or just improve your self-worth and improve your life. Trent Shelton is one of the people that actually made me get into motivational speaking. I've always liked self-improvements. I read the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People book, and I have my son Eric read it as well. And so I think it's very important to do self-improvement videos and listen to self-improvement videos, maybe make a video yourself, but your attitude has to be positive, and you can't let negative people rule you. And that leads me to my 4th point, is surround yourself with good people. And if they don't know your worth, then get away from them. Don't let them sell you short. Don't let them sell you for $150, basically. Don't let them, they have to know your worth, and they have to treat you with kindness and dignity, and not badmouth you and curse at you. You don't want to have someone in your life that's abusive and doesn't know your worth. You want to be around people that love you, and don't try to be a people pleaser all the time. It's good to please people and have a good attitude, but don't try to make someone else happy at the expense of your own happiness. So when you have reached a level in your life where things are going right, you have a great job, you have a nice house or apartment or townhouse or condo, you have a nice place to live, you have a nice car, you have good people around you, good friends, and you love God, people are going to gravitate towards you more. You're going to have a lot of people trying to talk to you, and you're taking care of your health. or maybe that's something you're working on, or maybe one of those things you're working on, you don't have them all, but you got both of them and you're working on the other. You're going to have people coming at you, and you have to be selective, because if you let people in your life that are not on your level, they can bring you down. And I have experienced that. I let a person in my life that was abusive and brought me down, and I had to fight my way back up to get to having a good job, and a nice place to live, a nice car, and making sure that I have the right people in my life, and spending time with my family and everything. So, and spending time with my friends again. So don't settle for people that are not on your level because you want to make them happy. Yes, of course, it's going to make them happy to have someone that has a lot going on, but is it going to help you? Make sure it's going to be a mutual thing, because if they don't have a license, or they can't drive, or they don't have a job, or they're not looking to improve their life or go to school to get a good job, and they don't have a good relationship with God or even know God. They got to know God on some level, and then they're going to bring you down. And lastly, it leads me to don't lower your standards. Basically, have some values. As far as when you're dating, a lot of people are dating online now, and that's fine. I've actually dated online, and I think I've met some very interesting and some good people online, but there's standards that you need to have. When you're dating and you're single, you're open to a lot of people that may want to make love or things like that. However, you need to make sure that at least that person is in a relationship with you before you go the next step to make love or anything like that, because if you're just hopping in the bed with anybody that you date, you can catch diseases. You can end up with a baby that you don't, not ready to have. And so you want to make sure you have some standards. Some people say, hey, they need to be in a relationship with that person and be in a relationship for 30 days before. That's fine. Some people say that they don't want to have sex before marriage, and that's fine. But make sure you have some type of standards, and you let them know that up front. Hey, these are my values, these are my standards, and you want them to have some standards and values as well. If they have a wife and they're willing to cheat with you, they're going to cheat on you when you become their wife, or if you become their wife. And I hope you don't choose to do that. If there's somebody that they're cheating with you, or you're cheating with them, that's a bad situation, because you know that they are a cheater, and right now in your life you have the ability to cheat. So you want to find someone that has some type of standards. One of my standards is that, before I end up hopping into bed with someone, they have to be in a relationship with me. And I am considering waiting until marriage to make love or anything like that, because I'm having a closer relationship with God. So I'm not saying that I would or wouldn't if I found the right person, but I need to be in a relationship before that occurs. So sorry about that. That's my dad calling me. My dad is wonderful. That's my champ. I love him. But I have the Atomic Dog song come on when he calls, because he's always been the top dog to me. So anyways, and he's taught me a lot about keeping my virginity until an older age. I kept mine until an older age. I do have kids. So obviously I was married and I did have kids, but I have fornicated. I have done that in the past, but I'm thinking about not doing it in the future. So it's always good to change and think about your life and your short-term and long-term goals, to think about, do you want to continue to fornicate, or do you want to change your values in your life, your long-term and short-term goals. I talk about goals all the time, and you can watch one of my other videos, but this video, I want to keep it short. So that's basically all I wanted to talk about. Focus on God. Sometimes when we get into dating, we worry about, oh, I want to meet Mr. Right or Mrs. Right. If you focus and put your focus on God, you will find the right person. And we get on the dating sites and we get all caught up in who we're going to date next. Focus on God, and that person will come into your life, whether you date online or not. You want to make sure that you talk to them for a couple of weeks before you meet them in person, so you know who they are, because people can lie in person or online, and you don't want to end up in a relationship or a situation where someone's attacking you, and then you want to meet them in a public place. For all the kids out there that are online dating and all that, you want to meet in a public place for the first couple of times until you really know that person and know that they wouldn't attack you, and they know that they know God. Like I said, ask them some questions about the Bible. And if you don't know some verses in the Bible, or you don't know a couple gospel songs, maybe you need a closer relationship with God as well. So this is basically all I want to say. Just know your worth, know who you are. And I like Proverbs 31. That's one of my favorite chapters of the Bible, is Proverbs, because they talk about a virtuous woman, and she should wear purple, and that's why I have purple fingernail polish. So someone who meets me would know that I know God, because I've researched and I've read my Bible and I know God. And so that's kind of things you want to pick about people. But know your worth, know who you are. Your price is far above rubies, and you shouldn't be sold short. So know your worth. You are worth it. You are worth getting some flowers. You are worth someone taking the time out to text you and call you back. You are worth being respected and not being called out of your name. Whether you're a man or a woman, you should not be hit on. And don't be in that abusive relationship. If you're in an abusive relationship, leave it now. It's not worth it. You're worth being respected. Okay? So if you have any questions, please contact me at LonnieHadden@outlook.com, or if you want to, you can like, share, and subscribe to my videos. Please, if you don't find something that you like in this video, maybe someone else will. So forward my videos and share them on Facebook or Instagram. I think it's too long for Instagram, but share them on Facebook, and like my video. And I love my comments from my subscribers. Let me know what videos you would like me to make, so that I can continue to make good videos for you. All right, it's Kalani, and I'm out. Know your worth.